May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly market forecast. We're looking at gold. Gold, my friends. Okay, the economic calendar shows Monday has no red folders, Tuesday has bank holidays. The US is out for the next couple of days. It's going to be probably a narrow range and probably kind of wicky. So be very, very careful trading in this environment. I don't recommend it, but you can catch a good one every now and again. But I like to have news drivers. All right, news drivers make all the difference in the world because it drives the liquidity. All right, that volatility injection is necessary for good trading. It makes it easier. I'm just talking about experience. All right. And CPI data and PPI data on Friday, CPI data on Thursday for the US dollar. These numbers may not come out because of the US dollar, the US government shutdown. So we'll see if it happens. But let's take a look at gold. Now, this is the weekly candles, weekly time frames. And what I want you to see is gold has been pulling back for the last couple of weeks, and last week it closed in this doji. All right, now what do I want you to notice about that? If you look at the high of the previous week and the low of the previous week, come on, man, why would you do that? I can't get it. It just won't act right. All right, now we got an inside bar. An inside bar is when the current like last week, all right, last week closed like in this doji, but the previous week it didn't take the high or low of the previous weekly candle, so it doesn't give you any directions. Indecisive, but in so for it being indecisive, we got to think there was a pullback going on, and then we get this indecisive candle. Does that mean the pullback has stopped and that we are about to see a change in the direction, a change in the bias? That is the potential. All right. And when you see inside bars, it's usually, or especially when it's at or near the top of a rally, it usually indicates that we might see a change in the direction. All right. Just when I say usually, I mean 60% of the time or better. So that's something to bear in mind. Also, what I want you to bear in mind, let's get rid of that. And we're going to put in this bullish fair value gap. Now, why am I putting in the bullish fair value gap? Because this is what I told you to look for last week in the last week's videos. I said price is going to trade into this bullish fair value gap. If it holds, we can see price rally from here. If it folds, if it doesn't hold, then we know that price is probably, at the very least, going to the next bullish fair value gap that is located right underneath of it. All right. It did tap that bullish fair value gap, but I pull it back. I pull it back here because we are still trading inside of this fair value gap here. It doesn't mean this one has failed or has been totally disrespected. When we see a close past a fair value gap, then we can say it's been uh, disrespected. This one has been respected. That is a wick of respect, and then that was followed by another wick of respect last week. What do I expect here? I think there's a higher probability chance. A higher chance is all I'm saying that price will go higher from here and trade towards the previous weekly high. You understand? All right. I think because price closed within uh, this range, I think when price opens up this week, we will see it trade towards the last week's high, and we'll see where it does from that point. Got it? We're just going to take this step by step slowly. But right now, this fair value gap is indicating that there is bullish order flow that may be introduced into the market, and it was enough to form that wick of respect. If we go to the daily, what do we see? We see how price has been indecisive and just moved within this price range. All right, and this is just consolidation. And what you want to wait for is a break of that consolidation. What do I see? What do I see? I see uh, that that there is a higher chance of price moving higher than moving than continuing lower. And I what I want to say is before price moves higher, it has to move lower for me. I need to see a liquidity event before uh, the move. That way, I know price has accomplished its mission and doesn't have to go any higher. So, where are the liquidity points that I'll be looking for price to hit? This is the 4 hour time frame right now. I'm looking at these relative equal lows here. I think this is going to be a strong draw to price. All right. And I can see price flashing down here for a wick and then continuing up higher towards these relative equal highs up here. This is my goal. All right. This is what I'm looking for. Price isn't giving much. All right. The price isn't giving much with this what do you call this consolidation here. It's not giving us much. So we have to kind of look into it. There's a good this becomes like a 55-45 situation. All right. So what I'm looking for may not happen. There's a good chance it may not happen, but I'm waiting for the consolidation to be this consolidation here to break. All right. I want to, and I'm thinking price is leaning towards more moving bullishly, right, from this bullish fair value gap here. So I'm looking for price to sweep liquidity first here and then heading up. That's all. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I mean, I'm not. Nobody knows exactly what it's going to do, but this is what makes sense to me. Now, there's an equal chance that price will take take this low and form a bearish leg that price can come back into and use for lower prices. That's fine if that happens. We've already tapped into the lower fair value gap here, pushed up, did not came back down, did not take out that low. Tried it again here, did not take out the previous low. So what I'm looking for makes sense to me that we would take out these relative equal lows here and push higher. Tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments section, and make sure you hit the like button, the boost button, and but give me what your viewpoint of gold is for the week. I'd be very interested to know because it's not giving us a whole lot to look for. But what I am pointing out is that this bullish fair value gap, the weekly bullish fair value gap, is holding price right now, holding strong. It could give out, but I'm thinking because it's held this long that we may see price rally from here. All right, you tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like and boost button. I'll talk to you in the next video. May profits be upon you.